With my years of experience as teacher of English as a second language to foreign kids, I know better than to assume that students already have a pre-knowledge or they know something. So in that light, I always start with my new group of students. If I'm meeting them for the first time, I always start with basic classroom language. Basic classroom language. Classroom language are the phrases commonly used by the teacher and the students to facilitate the learning and teaching and learning process. As long as the teacher is in the class, these are phrases that the teacher will use to ease the process so that students can understand and the teacher can go through with the teaching easily. So we would just get straight into the classroom language. Here, I focus on the basic classroom language, the essential ones, the ones that the students must know and master them because they'll be using them on daily basis. So let's get right to it. Classroom language, we have a lot of. Could you repeat that, please? How do you spell that? I'm sorry, I don't understand. What's that in English? Can I borrow a pen, please? Please, can I go to the toilet? And many others. So as a teacher, I'm going to get the ones that I consider very essential, that I always focus on first. When a teacher walks into the class, what happens? The very first thing that happens is this. The students will need to stand up and greet the teacher. You don't want your class to do that in a haphazard way. So what I do is I make sure that I teach my students what to do when a teacher walks into the class or teachers. So when a teacher walks into the class, what happens? The class leader will have to say, "Classmates, please stand up. Classmates, please stand up." And all the students will stand up and they will say, "Good morning" or "Good afternoon, teacher. How are you today?" So they say good morning if it's in the morning and good afternoon if it's in the afternoon. So let's say the teacher walks in the morning. The class leader will say, "Classmates, please stand up." And all the students will stand up and say, "Good morning, teacher. How are you today?" The next common phrase or classroom language that I always make sure that my students learn and master is permission. Permission. Asking for permission. So for a student to ask for permission, what does the student say? The student starts by saying, "Excuse me, teacher. May I go out?" "Excuse me, teacher, may I go out?" If the student wants to go out of the class or maybe to the toilet or to drink water or to get something, the student will not just stand up and walk out of the class, but the student will stand and ask for permission from the teacher by saying, "Excuse me, teacher, may I go out?" The teacher will respond, "Yes, you may go out." Then the student will walk out. In the same light, when the student comes and the teacher is already in the class, the student will say, "Excuse me, teacher, may I come in?" "Excuse me, teacher, may I come in?" You don't just come and the teacher is already in the class and you just walk into the class. That is very disrespectful, so you don't do that. You come, stand by the door and talk to the teacher. The teacher will grant you permission to walk into the class before you can walk in. The next one is When the student comes and the teacher is already in the class and the student is late, you don't just run into the class or walk into the class. You have to talk to the teacher. I'm sorry, I'm late, before you can walk into the classroom. Okay? The next is, this one is on the part of the teacher. Okay? The students need to understand that when the teacher says, open your books, please. Open your books, please. What does that mean? That means you have to get your book and you open it. But when the teacher says, open your books, please, you don't just start flipping the pages of your book, right? What you do is you need to know what page you have to open. So when the teacher says, open your books, please, the students will say, what page is it, please? Then the teacher will respond, page 5 or page 10. Whatever page they have to study, the teacher will respond so that the students can just go straight to the page. The next one is for students in the class. If you need something from a friend or from a teacher or from any other person in the class, you don't just take it. You need to ask for permission from the owner of that thing before you get it. Okay? For example, you say, can I borrow your pencil, please? Can I borrow your pencil, please? That means you want me to give you my pencil so that you can use it, and at the end, you will return the pencil to me. So can you try that? You say, can I borrow your pencil, please? Can I borrow your book, please? Can I borrow your ruler, please? All right, this one is for the teacher. When the teacher says, stand up, please. Stand up, please. What does that mean? It means you should leave your chair and stand up. You should stand. Stand up, please. Sit down, please. Okay. Sit down, please. That means you should go back to your chairs and sit. So stand up means you stand. Sit down means you sit. Okay? The next one that the teacher normally uses most of the time in class is this. Be quiet, please. Be quiet, please. That means you should stop talking. Shh. Stop talking. Because there is no way students will always sit quiet completely in the class. Sometimes they want to talk with each other. The teacher will be like, be quiet, please. That means you should stop talking. Listen to me, please. Listen to me, please. That means you should pay attention to what the teacher is saying. No playing, no talking to your friend, but listen to the teacher. Now, the next classroom language is when you need clarification. When you need clarification, that means you did not get it clearly, or you did not understand, or you did not hear what the teacher said. What do you say? This is for both students and teachers. Look at the student in the picture. This student is like, what is going on here? What did the teacher just say? And the teacher will ask, what's the matter? What's the matter? And the students will say, I don't understand. I don't understand. That means you did not get it. You want the teacher to say it again or to repeat what he or she said. Another common phrase used in the class is, can you help me, please? Can you help me, please? Maybe you did not get it right, you did not understand, and you want the teacher to help you. You say, can you help me, please? You can equally say that to a friend or a classmate if you did not understand what the teacher said or you are not sure. You ask your friend to help you. Can you help me, please? Okay, I think this is enough for basic classroom language. As a student, if you can learn and master this basic classroom language, it will make the teaching and the learning process very easy because you as a student will be able to understand the teacher when he or she speaks, and the teacher will understand you too, and the lesson will go smoothly. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you for listening to me and participating in this. I will ask you, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we can be motivated to create more interesting lessons like this for you. Thank you so much and have a nice day. Bye-bye.